This is Vagcom, and this video is why you need it in your life, especially if you own a dub. Welcome to Gibbo Garage. This is the channel that's helping you keep your car on the road. So this is the cable, this is what all the fuss is about. You buy it from Rostec. Yo, they're a company in America land. This is the box that it comes in. First installation CD. That tells you how to use it. It's got a lovely little carry case. Keep your tool safe. And you're going to need a laptop and a dub. So first up, it is not the factory tool. If you're a VW dealer, you're going to use a tool that's called Odis or Odin or something to that effect. This is an aftermarket tool, however, it covers all VW Audi group cars. So what does it actually do? Well, first up, if you've got fault codes, there are two types of codes. Generic readers, they'll read OBD2 specific codes. Rostec have made Vagcom so that it's a factory specific scan tool. That means it will natively communicate with all control modules in your VW. Being factory specific, not only does that give you a P code like all the generic readers, this will give you a little 5-digit VW specific code. You can put it through the Rostec website and that will help you a long way in your diagnosis. So Vagcom will also do OBD2 checks, which will be live data, and OBD2 fault codes, which will be your P number fault codes. They can be useful with diagnosis, but this tool has everything you can want it to do. Check out the comparison video between this and another generic reader to see exactly what the difference you're paying for. It's factory specific. It can communicate with all of the modules, so ABS, airbag, HVAC, automatic transmission, body control units. It'll talk to everything. So it is also good at logging. You've got two choices in Vagcom. You can graphically log your data while you're driving, or you can save it into a CSV file. That's pretty useful for making up a graph later and reviewing it. You can use Excel or any other spreadsheet program, but I'm going to show you how to do it with a free program, and we'll link that up there somewhere. It can also do a load of funky dunk other stuff, such as adaptations and coding. You can retract your electronic parking brake, you can reset your throttle body adaptations. Many useful things that you're going to want while you're messing around with most dubs these days. And the icing on the cake, it can also code in modules, which is going to be pretty useful if you need to be swapping bits around. You are going to need SKC codes and various other bits and bobs, but we're going to cover that on another video. This is just one of the really powerful functions and one of the reasons you want Vagcom in your toolbox. So when you install the program, this is the main screen. You're going to spend most of your time up in these modules. You've got choosing an individual control module. You can scan all of the features in the car. This one's just service reminder up on your dash. That will reset that. Generic OBD2 mode, and these two are to set up the actual cable itself. For your first use, we're going to be in the program options, so open that up. Now you're going to need to be plugged into the car at the moment, as you can see. I'm plugged into the OBD2 plug. I have my ignition turned on. And now before you use Vagcom for the first time, you're going to need to test the connection, which will bring up a screen like this. So this car's only operating on the K line, it has no CAN fitted, so as you can see here, K1 and K2 is okay. CAN's not ready because it's not fitted on the vehicle, and we are good to go. Now make sure you save these changes, and we're ready to rock and roll from the main screen. So first up, let's choose our control module itself. And to begin with, I'll just look in engine because it's easy, but as you can see, that's the screen you'll select your control module from. Now, as you can see at the top, we've got some information about the control module on the left hand side under basic functions. Now, what do they mean by safe? That means this is just looking at what the ECU is seeing, enabling us to make some diagnostic calls. Whereas on the right, under the advanced functions, this can actually make changes to the coding of the ECU. Now, they're more dangerous because they can change the coding. That might make the car not want to start or not talk to other modules correctly, so be aware of that before you jump into that side, but they're nothing to be worried about. So let's go into fault codes, and this is where the list of fault codes will appear. I've got one in the engine at the moment. Over here on the left, that's the 5-digit VAG specific code for the fault. You get a nice little description, so I know it's the coolant temp sensor, and the G62 is the designation, the VW designation for that specific sensor. Under my mouse right now, I've also got the P code for it, and a further little bit of text saying it's got an open to short to plus. That's the problem it's seeing. So you can either save them, you can copy them, you can print the codes and keep them for later. I know that I've got this one, so I'm just going to clear the code. And it gives you the option, do you want to clear them? Yes, I do. And there it goes, it will scan them again, scan the codes again, and this time it hasn't found any because there isn't a current fault with the coolant temp sensor, so that hasn't been flagged up again. But that's the fault code screen, and there we'll go back to the main screen. Now please, please, please don't just go changing parts on the fault codes alone. Do a bit of diagnosis. You want to be doing some electrical testing, some physical testing. That's what I'm going to show you on this channel, so make sure you check out videos I'm going to link up here somewhere. Have a look at them and have a look at how to diagnose correctly what is wrong with your car before just firing the parts cannon at it. Could save you a lot of money and a lot of gremlins, and keep a lot of love for your car by not just throwing parts and money at it for no reason at all. You've been warned. So I'm going to finish the video there because I'm trying to keep it a little bit short, but that's giving you a brief overview of Vagcom. Make sure you stay peeled for the next videos. Are probably going to be a coolant temp sensor diagnosis coming up next, seeing as that's the fault in my system at the moment. And we're going to do a couple of other videos on Vagcom and some of its features, on logging, on bits and bobs. So make sure you hit subscribe, you get notified of those videos. Until next time, from me, Gibbo Garage,